Prosecutor Sarah Sammy, how are you, ma'am? Good morning, ma'am. Really quick, I wanted to show you what I was working on. So, just a reminder, quick reminder, I'm the guy that stole the dash camera from you. And apparently, I'm in the business of stealing things. Now, when Amy Ashworth got me arrested for holding a sign that says, Amy Ashworth allows the jails to murder people on public property, exercising my First Amendment, she used Sheriff Glenhill to arrest me. So when I went inside the jail, I made a point to steal the socks. I wrote on here, Sheriff Glenhill infringed on my First Amendment. So if you can see it, Sheriff Glenhill infringed on my First Amendment. And I'm going to make a point to wear these socks when I go to court. The other pair says, Free Moses. That's my little brother, Free Moses. The one that you're hiding the dash camera. You're hiding the dash camera. You're not releasing out to the community. Because it shows that my brother did everything he can to avoid a vehicle accident. Once you release a dash camera, you're going to have to release my brother. Now, your sheriff, Sheriff Glenhill, really messed up this time. Because on camera, it shows that I was on public property, peacefully exercising my First Amendment. Your sheriff came out and he said, he's arresting me for, he said, I asked him 4 times. I was like, what am I being arrested, sir? What am I being arrested for? I asked him 4 times and he wouldn't tell me. Now, Sheriff Glenhill says, see, I'll make a point, I'm wearing it. It says Free Moses, and it says Sheriff Glenhill infringed on my First Amendment. Now, Sheriff Glenhill said, after 4 times of me asking him, what am I being arrested for, sir? On public property, he said, you're being arrested for disorderly. He said, you're being arrested for disorderly, and he arrested me. Now, what's unique about this situation, when his arresting sheriff took me in front of a magistrate, when he took me in front of a magistrate, the magistrate asked him, was Ammar al-Jazari disorderly? And the sheriff said, Ammar al-Jazari was not disorderly. Now this was, they had video called a magistrate out of Arlington. Now they video cammed a magistrate out of Arlington, and the sheriff said Ammar al-Jazari was not disorderly. So, and they charged me with trespassing. So my question is, if I'm not disorderly, why am I being trespassed? Okay. Now, Sheriff Glenhill, when his deputy put me in handcuffs, I wasn't resisting. I gave him my wrist. I wasn't resisting. He put me in handcuffs, and right before he started bending my arm, he assaulted my sister. If you watch that camera, you see that I gave my sister the phone, and she was holding the camera, and she was recording. And what that deputy did, he hit my sister's arm. It's on camera. Now, right after he hit my sister's arm, I was already in handcuffs. I wasn't resisting, and he started bending my arm. He started bending my arm. It felt like he was breaking my arm. And Sheriff Terry had both of his hands in his pocket, and he was looking at his deputy bend my arm. And I said 5 times. I said, Sheriff Tony, Sheriff Terry, I said it 5 times. Your deputy is bending my arm. I said it like 5 times. I told him I'm in pain. Your deputy is bending my arm. And then at the end, after saying it 5 times, he let go. And then I tell him, you didn't have to do that, sir. Now, that's excessive force. He assaulted my sister, excessive force. Now, if you watch that camera, there's a blonde sheriff in the back that went like this to her body cam. I'm going to FOIA that body cam, and I hope there's body cam. Because if there's no body cam, that means she signaled to turn off your body cam. I hope that she signaled to her sheriff. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt that she signaled to her sheriff to turn on the body cams. Now, if there's no body cam, that means she signaled to turn off the body cam. Sheriff Glenhill thinks he can do whatever he wants. Sheriff Glenhill thinks he can infringe on my First Amendment. I'm here to remind Sheriff Glenhill, you can't infringe on my First Amendment, sir. Now, this is a giant lawsuit. I already have a lawyer, and my lawyer says he's going to have a field day with Sheriff Glenhill. By the time this is over, he's going to, Sheriff Glenhill and Sheriff Terry are not going to have a badge or a uniform. Now, they're going to attempt to settle out of court. And you already know, this is $500,000, $1 million lawsuit. They go up that high. I don't want their disgusting money. I don't want to settle outside of court. I want Sheriff Glenhill badge and uniform. I want him in court and held accountable for infringing on my First Amendment so that this doesn't happen to anybody else. Prince William County, I'm here to tell Prince William County, Manassas, there is a First Amendment here. And Sheriff Glenhill arrested me to tell Manassas and Prince William County there is no First Amendment. I'm here to tell him otherwise. Sheriff Glenhill, I promise you, sir, by the time I'm done with you, and Sheriff Terry, you tell my brother that you're upset because I called you a piece of shit. Sir, nothing personal. You're a piece of shit because you infringed on my First Amendment. Sheriff Glenhill, I'm here to tell you by the time I'm done with you, sir, you're not going to have a badge or a uniform. You and Sheriff Terry.